Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the John Miller Studio, deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex, to bring you today's Deep 3. As always, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to smash both those buttons, just pound the shit out of them. And let us know, of course, what you're playing today. Are you tailing the Deep 3? Are you fading the Deep 3? What have you come up with on your own? A lot of options here tonight in the sporting world. A little baseball, a little basketball, a little hockey, maybe even a little soccer. As they're playing the Champions League over there across the pond, and maybe you got a little something going in the Swedish second division. Looking at you, C-Dub. And whatever it is, let us know, because if you get it right, you know what you win. Money. That's why we're doing this. But I'll also get a shout out at the end of the recording. We will recognize you for all of your betting prowess and glory. Sound good, right? All right, so do that. Make sure you hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you're on. And don't forget to check out the newly redesigned winnersandwhiners.com and statsalt.com for all of your handicapping needs. And it's I've been over there, and it's unlike most of the redesigns. When people redesign websites and you go over there and go, well, that's totally fucked up. I don't know why they fixed it. It was fine before. This is actually much cooler. It's much more streamlined. A lot less scrolling and looking. It's all it's very easy to use. It's what do they say? It's user friendly. It's the UX is very good. Look at that. All right. So quick recap of yesterday's action on the Deep 3. We did go 2-0-1. As the Milwaukee and the Cardinals just couldn't quite get over there. Had some shots at it. They got to 9 and no moss. Meanwhile, Texas did their thing. They came through. A little no-sweat save in the 9th. And the Milwaukee Bucks, after a little bit of a dip there in the second quarter, as it was a little close at halftime, the Bucks ended up going, oh, that's right, we're way better than this shitty team. And they ended up covering the 15. So nicely done there on the Bucks. And on the premium side, we did go 3-1 today, as we had a little double dip on the Houston Rockets game. We had the Rockets minus 6.5. We also had the Rockets minus 2.5 in the first quarter. Chichingi and Chichingi. We had the Philadelphia Phillies to give us a little payback from that beatdown they put on us in the first inning yesterday. And they did their job. They ended up winning by 1. Another no-sweat 9th inning as the bases are loaded. 3-2 count, down by 1. And, of course, the Mets, because they're the Mets, struck out. It was nicely done. At least it was a strike. He swung and missed at a strike. So good for us. We get a little break to go our way twice today on the Texas game and the Philly game. So not a bad day overall. What is that? You got your 5. How about 5-1-1 in the 7 games? You know what? We'll take that all day, every day, all day, as the kids say. So let's move on to tonight's picture, shall we? Let's start in the NBA. Seems like a place to be, as the Philadelphia 76ers travel to the Big Apple to take on the Brooklyn Nets. They're looking at the total here in 227.5. Joel Embiid is still going to be limited in minutes, and that's big news because he's been an absolute stud when he's played. But his left knee cannot take the pounding for a lot more than 20 minutes per game. So I think that's going to be make a huge difference in this game. The other difference in this game is I'm counting on the Philly bench not shooting 60% from the floor again. Marjovic. Killing the names tonight. Marjovic scored 16 in 18 minutes in the last game, and I just don't think that's repeatable for a guy that isn't known for his field goal shooting. Yes, in the interview afterwards he said, "I can shoot." Not a lot of people knew that, but I can actually shoot the ball. We'll see. I don't think so. To me, that's going to be the difference maker here. Give me the Brooklyn Nets, Philadelphia 76ers under 227.5. And turning our attention to the major leagues. It's dog time again, guys, as San Francisco takes on Washington. Pomeranz goes up against Pat Corbin for the Nats. San Francisco plus 182 right here. We're going to take a swing, kids. Once again, you got to take a swing at the dogs every once in a while. Corbin has been very good. No question about that. I will absolutely grant him that. On the other hand, Drew Pomerantz, you know what? He's been okay in his 3 starts. What we're doing right here is this is basically going to be a fade of the worst bullpen in Major League Baseball. The Nats did their Nats thing. They entered the 9th inning yesterday with a 7-run lead and ended up having to use their closer to get the last out. So here's how I think we win this one, guys. If we can win this one, here's how it goes. Corbin goes 7 because San Francisco's last in the league in walks, and they're going to let Corbin get off the hook. I think he goes 7 full innings instead of 6. He gives up 2. Pomerantz does his thing. He throws too many pitches. He gives up 2 runs in 5 innings. The best bullpen in baseball, which happens to be the Giants, believe it or not, they give up 1 run over the last 4, while the Giants, they put up a run in the 8th and a run in the 9th to take this one 4-3. All right, that's the dream anyway. And if that is anywhere near what actually happens, I'm buying a fucking lottery ticket. All right, I'm just telling you that right now. All right, taking a look at our last game here, we're going to go the other way. We're going to lay some wood in this one. It's the Cincinnati Reds take on the San Diego Padres. Padres minus 160. That's pushing the upper limits of what I'm ever going to lay in my life on a baseball game. But Tanner Roark goes up against Paddock for the Pods. And while San Diego is never going to be mistaken for the 27 Yankees, mainly because those dudes are dead. But the Reds are absolutely horrible. You might call them Redful. Stop, I'm killing me. They are horrible, and they're especially bad on the road, where they are 0-7, hitting just a $194, and not surprisingly, scoring just 2.8 runs per inning on the road. Paddock, on the other hand, has given up just 2 earned runs, 6 hits in 14 innings. The run line, very tempting. It's plus 140, but here's the deal: Padres just don't blow a lot of people out of the water. I'm going to go ahead and lay the wood instead of taking the dollar gap there, basically from minus 160 to plus 140. Again, very, very tempted. I wouldn't be mad at you if you played it, but I just have more faith in the Padres to win than I do for them to blow anybody out. So give me the Pods minus 160. But let's make up for it by taking the San Francisco Giants plus 182 and the Brooklyn Philadelphia under 227.5. And at the end of these games, you guys can join me. We'll pick up our winning tickets. We'll all lock arms, and we will head back to the window. All right, let's take a look at the shout-outs. But before we do, of course, we have to do the other blade, as we found out what that actually means. We got last week's record up there, 15-6 last week. Started off a little slow, but we are stepping on the gas on the premium side this week. So get yourself down. We got packages to fit all kinds of budgets over there. Actually, we don't. We have packages to fit good budgets. If you're not spending a lot of money, we don't have packages where you can spend like $100 a pick. I wish I did, but we don't. So packages to fit your budget. How about that? Marketing major right here. How about that? Okay, guys, let's take a look at the shout-outs. The legendary King. He had the Cubs money line and the Milwaukee Bucks. BC Pressury tailed the Deep-3, but he also got he got down on the Brewers over 9.5. So close. I had Boston minus 7. Boston minus 7.5. Whew, never a doubt, my friend. And the Cubs trifecta: the run line, the money line, first 5 innings. There you go. He also had a parlay. Those all 3 came in, by the way, as the Cubs did very well. He had a parlay with the Rays and the Dodgers. Nicely done. 2 very good teams taking care of business. Paulie D, he had the Bucks first quarter minus 5.5. That paid off. James Miles in the NBA says he's taken all the unders and all the underdogs, and all 3 games over. Went 1-1 on those, and 0-3 on the dogs. It was a chalky night tonight, guys. He also had the Cubs on the money line, So maybe eked out a little profit there. Probably not, but you're getting close, James. That's not a bad day. Kept your powder dry. You can fire again tomorrow. Cody, he likes that Rockets over 110 for the team total. Very nice. Minus 6.5 and over 54 in the first half. That was all kinds of Rockets there all day, every day. Rockets, baby. Leaning on the Cincinnati first 5 run line, money line today. He had Detroit under 100. He tailed the Angels under 10.5. And Cody had a question, kind of off topic. Said, "What odds? What odds will the bookie give me on James to stay on Jeopardy?" We've been talking about the sports bettor that's been on Jeopardy. If you haven't seen him, you got to check him out. Why? Okay, because he's maybe the best player that's ever been on Jeopardy. I'm not lying to you. That's not bullshit at all. Just watch him play. Tell me I'm wrong. But more than that, he may have the creepiest smile I've ever seen. Ever. Anywhere. Again, not exaggerating. Don't believe me. Check it out. Dude, I don't know. I don't know if you can get a line on that in Vegas. I actually kind of hunted around on the internet on a couple of my sites. And you know what I found when I was doing that? You fucker. I found more Game of Thrones odds. Right. So I was thrilled. And so was my wife that I've been handicapping the Game of Thrones part of the night. So, yeah, there you go. They had some good ones, too. Who says the last word of the season? Who's the first one to die? Who's the first Stark to die? It was anyway. Who rules Westeros at the end of the season? I think there's some good money out there to be had. I might even talk about that. I tried to cut and paste. I didn't have any luck, so I might bring some of those over next day or two. I went off topic, dude. I don't know. I think he's got a real shot at Ken Jennings' record. His daily average is unbelievable. I'd be curious if anybody's in Vegas. If you're at a sports book that has all kind of entertainment futures and stuff, I'd be curious to see if anybody's seen a line on that. So hit me up in the comment section if you've been in Vegas or AC or any one of the official sports book places and you've seen a Jeopardy line about this cat. All right, Kyle Z had the Philly money line. He had the Bucks. He had Houston tonight also. He said they're on fire. Yes, they are. Esco 915 parlayed the Rockets over and the Bucks. And I think the Rockets over pushed, if I'm not mistaken. So I got the Bucks in there. C-Dub. He had Man City and the over 2.5. He had Man City to score in both halves. He had FC Porto and Liverpool over 2.5. He had Guabira and the Strongest. That's the name of a club. Both teams to score and over 2.5. Well done, C-Dub. Nice day there on the pitch. Super Cisco. He also played the Bucks first quarter minus 5.5. He had Houston first half minus 3.5. And he had the Celtics under 205 in that game. Hammer and Hank. Hammer and Hank, you got your Cubbies. You got your Cubbies there, brother. You got the Cubs to come in. And you got the Marlins Cubs first 5 under 4.5. Nicely done, Hank. The Hamels looked like a real pitcher tonight. Of course, Miami does not look like a real baseball team. So, we'll see how that goes. But very, very impressive. Very impressive. Borno had money line plays with the Phillies, Cubs, Dodgers. He had under 9.5 on the Mets and Phillies. And the Divine Greek said, I definitely try to make sure that everyone is having a fine time around me as I'm often buying rounds of delicious mojitos and Bahama Mamas. Nice, dude. I can see the waves rolling in as you even talk about those drinks. And I mentioned the blackjack rules on the boat are awful. You hit soft 16 or the dealer hits soft 17. There's all kinds of I don't think you can split more than once. It's probably just double on 10 and 11 if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty fucked up. Yeah, not good rules on the boat. He said I should have just handed my coins over to the pit boss and left. Always a good plan. Having been a pit boss in my life, we definitely take care of this for you. He had the Bucks tonight. He also had the over 9 in the Cardinals game, another push, and he had the Dodgers money line. So that's a much like our Deep-3 today. Up 2-0-1. How about that? Nice job, Greek. Tailed us there, buddy. Mikey B had the Bucks over 206. He had Boston, Dallas in the NHL. He had Calgary money line, and that went down in in flames in overtime. I actually watched that game as the Avs, nice little one-timer there, and put it through the the 7-hole? I don't know, man. I'm out over my skis when it comes to hockey. How about lower left part of the goal, lower left part of the net? Very nice shot. Noah Milheim had the Bucks tonight. Nice job, Noah. Welcome aboard, brother. Stephen S. He said skyrockets in flight, afternoon delight, showing your age and bad taste in music. I can't argue with either one of those. Anybody that has a Starland vocal band poster up in their room, I got my doubts about you. Stephen S. had the Bruins tonight. He had the Jazz over 212.5. He had KC, and he had the Twins. Super Alpha Fitness is back. Super Alpha Fitness. He had the Bucks and the Bucks full game over 212 on their contest. And we talked about. I did make a note of this. The Game of Thrones odds. The one that I like the best is whoever is going to rule. I can get Samuel Tarley at 16-1. All right. There's my wife talked to me. She's read all the books, and she said there's a theory, and they talked about it in the books, how there is one of the Tarleys is actually Aegon instead of Jon Snow. So I think 16-1 is a hell of a price on Samuel Tarley to rule Westeros at the end of the season. So, all right, we're closing with Game of Thrones. That's right. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Good luck today, everybody. And let's get some more wins, man. We're just cranking it up, baby. Let's keep that momentum going as we go 3-0 today. That sounds good to me. Let's do it. All right, guys, take care. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.